What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. This is our match reaction to a massive 3 points away to Fulham today. Everton doing the double over Fulham at the Craven Cottage. Um, Listen, Blues, I thought for the first 7 minutes of that game, Everton were really on the front foot. Um, the man at right back, who I've not been asking to be at right back, in Jake O'Brien as an header off the post. And when I looked at the lineup, you could see it was a David Moyes lineup, a safe lineup. Mikalenko reverted back to left back, no problem with that. Tarkowski, Michael Keane at centre half, obviously. No Jared Branthwaite, Jake O'Brien at right back. We also started Harrison Armstrong now over to the left hand side in the attacking third with Illiman and Jai on the right. Obviously, Idrissa Gana Jimmy Gardner, Keaton Dewsbury all. It was like a 14-10 coming deep into midfield as well in moments. And Tierney Barry up top. Um, but Fulham got to grips with the game and, they found themselves 1-0 up. Um, and it was building to the stage where I just thought the second's coming. They've hit the woodwork twice. Um, and it weren't working for Harrison Armstrong on the left hand side. He's gone down the left hand side a couple of times and won some free kicks. But I thought Fulham's midfield were bossing the midfield. Awarby had a really good game, I thought. But Fulham was strong in that first half, and Everton just lost their way. Now, listen, we've gone into the second half. David Moyes is watching from the stands, and we saw a complete different Everton. I think we saw the intricate switch where obviously Illy has switched back over to the left hand side. Harrison Armstrong's gone over to the right. And the balance just looked better. The defence in the first half, they just looked way off. They were getting through the lines really easy, and we weren't tracking them in. And like I've stated, I really firmly believe Fulham were destined to get the 3 points. Everton had some half chances, but that second half display, the press, is what impressed me the most about Everton today. Really good in that second half in the press. And I'm going to come on here and say that's probably the best piece of attacking display that we've seen from Mikalenko in 4 years. A substitution had been made. Tyreek George has come on. Beto had come on. And the game moved up a level. Tyreek got on the ball. He slotted it to Mikalenko. He's chopped his man inside. He's cut it back. And Keaton Dewsbury all is there to make it 1-1. And I could see the 3 points coming. I felt the win were going to come. I didn't expect it to be in the nature that it did come. But obviously it's come from a set piece. It's been whipped in from Keaton Dewsbury all. And basically Jake O'Brien's there making a noose of himself in front of the goalkeeper. The keeper's flapped at it. He's punched it. He's like reverse punched it into his own goal. And Everton come away with the 3 points. And it's a David Moyes masterstroke because, listen, I was watching that game today and I was cursing certain players on the ball. I was cursing Idrissa. But they all grew into it. Every single player grew into the game and all played the part in getting a calculated 3 points. That has moved us up to seventh in the league, Blues, and a European spot. And we've got to keep this momentum building. The goal for Everton now is to get this home form sorted out, Blues, because the squad is looking healthy. I think Keaton Dewsbury always he did limp off a little bit. He were walking very gingerly, and I'm hoping there's nothing sinister or anything serious there. And obviously just a tactful substitution and bringing Timmy Raburam on. But that lad played well today. You could tell he were building the momentum. He were getting better. He was growing more into the game. He'd missed 6 important games for us Blues. So really big win today. That you know, I thought all the lads in the second half, were really, really good. Definitely a game of two halves. I really did feel though the game were going to slip away from us. Um, I thought Fulham were good in that first half, but second half they just sat back and they couldn't handle Everton. And Everton were far back the better side and were, thoroughly deserving of the 3 points. Um, I think Brentford are playing tonight, aren't they, against Newcastle? I mean, listen, Newcastle are going to be there and thereabouts. But it's brilliant, boys, to think that, there's no more anxiety. There's no more worry of that relegation fodder. The players have come back. We've been active in the market. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I were disappointed Nathan Patterson didn't start today, but Jake's played his part. He's also headed a goal off the line. That could have gone in, but his height has got him there. Pickford might not have got it in the top bins. He's headed it out. Obviously, he's hit the post. He's made a noose of himself for the goal. So fair play to Moyes. That's what it's all about. It's a pat on the back for David Moyes. Um, and the system, there was intricate switches. Both wingers were switching, confusing Fulham, and there were a lot of dynamic play in that midfield in the second half. So Blues, let me know your thoughts. That's the double over Fulham. That was an important game for us to go there and take it to them. Yeah, we didn't really in the first half. We started well in the first 7 minutes, fell away a little bit, grew into it towards the end, and then we took control in that second half. And Everton were thoroughly deserving of the 3 points, as we were again at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So that's 6 points from Fulham. It's the double over them. And boys, we move on to the next. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. I'm going to leave this one there. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.